you know, we've been reporting on Mortal Kombat for a while now. I remember us mentioning when they revealed the writer and the director for this movie. One of the things that I talked about was that they're first time writers and I think first time directors. I don't think they have a lot of experience under their belt. So it is certainly a film that was going to be going into development that I certainly felt a little bit uncertain about. I'm not quite sure what we were certainly going to be getting. And we haven't heard too much about Mortal Kombat since filming began, except for when it wind up wrapping. So I'm assuming production went pretty smoothly for that. And we've come to find out just recently as well from the Disney Plus teaser trailer that that Mortal Kombat will be available on HBO Max and in theaters this upcoming April. So it's going to be right around the corner before we certainly know it. But this week, guys, we finally got our very first look at Mortal Kombat. And, I got to say, just from the photos that we've seen so far, pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive, Indy. I'm kind of liking what we've seen so far when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Um, I I want to go and break down this article while we kind of put up some images. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to check out, Entertainment Weekly did go ahead and put out a Mortal Kombat first look, giving us an inside look in regards to some of the characters and some of the storylines that we could be potentially getting here. So let me go ahead and bring this up and just follow along with us if you guys want to as we break down this article. We'll highlight some of the photos that they're given to us as well. But first look for Mortal Kombat inside the R-rated robot reboots, fatalities, and more. It says, when you think of Mortal Kombat, you think of blood, buckets of it. That kind of gruesome splatter that comes with whatever that is, an opponent in a savage fight to the death. But blood, as director Simon McQuaid thought of it for the upcoming video game inspired movie reboot, has many meanings. It says blood represents family, is what he tells Entertainment Weekly. Blood represents a connection. Blood represents who we are. Without getting too overcomplicated, what we did is use blood executionally. And it starts flowing right from the get-go. It says, in this new take on Mortal Kombat, revealed in Entertainment Weekly's exclusive first look, is a blood universe. He says, then McQuaid says the Kunai Blade lies in the center of this blood universe. It's the signature weapon of a fan favorite game character, Hanzo Hasashi, aka Scorpion, played by the Wolverine and the Twilight Samurai star Hiroyuki Sanada. We did a bit of research, and the kunai is actually an ancient Japanese gardening tool. The director explained. So one of the earliest shots of the movie is the kunai blade being used as a gardening tool by Hanzo's wife, and they go ahead and actually highlight this article or that photo for us. It says that there's a 10-minute opening sequence that kicks off in feudal Japan. It begins with a crucial piece of lore from the original games, which is, in fact, the blood feud between the two clans of Hanzo and Baihan. So again, a 10-minute opening sequence kicks off in feudal Japan long before these fighters started wielding supernatural abilities as Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it ends in a pretty nasty hand-to-hand combat between the two. It's why the first time feature filmmaker cast Sanada and Taslim, the two actors known for their martial arts prowess. Hanzo, the leader of a ninja clan, and he's strong, but also at the beginning, he's a peaceful family man. It's a family drama with excitingly brutal fighting. That's the image of this movie for me. And so these are, in fact, going to be our Scorpion and Sub-Zero right here in this particular photo. I love the fact that we're starting off with this sort of arc. If there is any arc out of Mortal Kombat I was a huge fan of, it definitely is the lore of these two characters. So to be able to see that these first-time filmmakers are going to be diving sort of into their history to kind of kick things off, I love the sound of this, Indy. I truly do. And with their martial arts background, to say the least, of these two actors and performers, this is going to be crazy if you ask me. What do you think about the sound of this so far, just the opening sequence?
I think it actually should be good. Like I said, the best Mortal Kombat movie that I ever saw was the Scorpion's Revenge one, the animated one that they just did. So, them choosing who they chose and them going with a different background with the story, even adding in the new character, is very intriguing to me, said by least. The one thing that I'm going to be keeping my eyes on to make sure that the movie holds up to the look is it's going to be set design and costume design. That is going to be the most important thing to me, period, because that is really what brings the world of Mortal Kombat to life, is the backgrounds, the costume design, and then, you know what I'm saying, the martial arts aspect of it. If you got those three down, you're going to have an incredible movie. You don't need too much dialogue, you know what I'm saying, because when it comes to Mortal Kombat, they talk with their fists. That's the way that they solve problems. It's just why Street Fighter movies were so bad, because there was not enough action in it. If you keep the movie moving at a fast pace while exploring the world around you, you should end up with a very, very good Mortal Kombat movie. As long as you have Mekhi Brooks shave that dang on caterpillar off the top of his head.
You and your Mekhi Brooks stuff, man. It does say that the story of Baihan and Hanzo needed to be told within the fight. There are some great camera moves to give you a bit of dynamism that makes it really enjoyable. We needed it to be really elemental and really brutal. It's not a shiny movie. I wanted the dirt and the grime to certainly come through. And listen, I definitely know the resumes of both these gentlemen that are going to be playing Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I mean, you want to talk about incredible fighters. These are the people that you want representing these two characters. I most notably known the actor that plays Sub-Zero. I believe I remember seeing him in The Raid, along with a bunch of other films, actually, martial arts movies as well. So they're really coming for your throat here when it comes to this upcoming Mortal Kombat movie. They also say that brutality carries over to the present, where we meet Cole Young. And I believe this is, in fact, going to be Cole right here. It says a wholly new character to the Mortal Kombat world, played by actor and martial artist Louis Tan from the movie Wu Assassins and the show Into the Badlands. Someone who prides himself on performing his own stunts despite the aches and pains that come along with the training. So this is Cole Young, a brand new character played by Louis Tan. It says when we first meet Cole, he's in a really bad spot. He's down on his luck. He's kind of a washed up MMA fighter. He used to be a champion who used to believe in himself and who used to have a lot of hope in his career, and it's all gone down the drain. It's a very interesting place for a hero to start, and I think that along the journey of Mortal Kombat and Cole discovering where he comes from, you're introduced to all these other iconic characters and elements that everybody loves so dearly. And it honestly wouldn't surprise me if some of those characters that he winds up meeting go on to be good old Sonya here. It looks like we've got maybe even Kano that she's kind of fighting or beating that ass. I would assume that maybe that's Kano. I'm not quite sure. It looks like this is another shot of him also. And then we also get the opportunity here and see Liu Kang, played by Ludi Lin. I think is absolutely brilliant to kind of see him in here and another image of him also. So, guys, I really would recommend checking out this. Oh, you know what? I'm missing the Mekhi Brooks one, Indy, just for you, man.
Nah, that's cool. I'm not rocking with that mustache, yo. That
Yeah,
is
his
horrible.
arms look great though.
Yeah, but I don't know. Jax isn't jacked enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's one
Jackson
shot.
Briggs, man.
I feel like we haven't seen all of him yet. It's just literally his upper torso, his mechanical arm. So who knows how big Mekhi
Uh,
Brooks has got,
his,
man? Maybe he's huge.
his mechanical arms look like they took it off of Megatron from a Transformer movie. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. It just, I don't
It's
know.
okay. It's okay. But yeah, so we did get the opportunity to see Kung Lao in here also next to Liu Kang. I'm excited for this. If you guys get the opportunity to check out this Mortal Kombat first look article, please go ahead and do so. It definitely does go ahead and break down even further some of these characters and some of the storyline elements. But I got to say, man, from first appearances and from what I've seen so far, I'm impressed. I mean, look, the photos look great, but at the end of the day, can the storyline certainly hold up? I mean, look, I'm not asking for an award-winning performance performance here. I don't expect this movie to get any Oscars, but if you can have a really solid storyline with some amazing sort of fatalities and things like that, please go ahead and certainly just I hope it's successful. I truly do hope it's successful.